State for Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Commerce and Industry, Shri C.R. Chaudhary ji, Honorable Chief Secretary of the State of Telangana, Shri Shailendra Kumar Joshi Sahab, Secretary of Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Shri Epan, Secretary of Ministry of Information and Communications Technology, Government of India, Shri Ajay Prakash Sani Sahab, CEO of UIDAI, Shri Pandey Sahab, Additional Secretary, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Srimati Vasudha Mishra ji, and to the distinguished gathering, ladies and gentlemen, to my friends from the media, I welcome you all on behalf of the Government of Telangana to this 21st National E-Governance Summit. मैंने भाषण तो बहुत सुने हैं इससे पहले, स्पेशली ब्यूरोक्रेट्स के, पर आज जो भाषण हमारे पांडे साहब ने दिया, मैं बहुत प्रभावित हुआ हूँ। आधार के बारे में जो पैशनेटली उन्होंने आज भाषण दिया, पांडे साहब ने तो गजब ही कर दिया। आधार को उन्होंने आत्मा के साथ अनुसंधान भी कर दिया और साथ ही साथ थोड़ा बॉलीवुड का बिजनेस भी उन्होंने छीन लिया। जो बॉलीवुड की एक फेवरेट थीम है दो भाइयों की जुड़ जाने की और फिर मिलने की, उसका भी धंधा आपने खत्म कर दिया आधार के साथ। तो मैं पांडे साहब को द पैशन विथ विच ही स्पोक, आई मस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट हिम बिकॉज आई थिंक इट्स exemplary. I think it's exemplary for a bureaucrat, for a politician who's put in more than a few decades of service to retain that passion, to speak with that passion about his subject. I think that's truly exemplary. More than the product itself, what he was trying to, of course, talk about, the passion which he exuded is what inspired me. My compliments to you, Pandey Sahab. Now, information technology, as we all know, has, we were walking through the stalls. Ajay Sani Sahab was telling me, he came to the Telangana State Technological Services stall and he was fondly reminiscing about the fact that at one point of time, he was also the managing director of the then APTS, Andhra Pradesh Technological Services. And I think in his speech, he also covered the span of last 18 years, last 20 years, in fact, and he had fondly said कि बहुत सारा distance cover किया गया, technology and how governments have started leveraging it, how governments have changed themselves and also the lives of people, and how governance itself has changed by way of information technology is something that he touched upon. Honorable Union Minister also spoke about how technology has changed, especially his department, how he was able to weed out more than 3 crore duplicitous ration cards and saved exchequer's money in a big way. Let me just quickly give you a sense of perspective on how our information technology department was perceived at one point of time and what is the change it has brought about today in my state, the state of Telangana. At one point of time, information technology department was essentially considered one of those line departments which is confined to procurement and procurement alone. अगर कोई और डिपार्टमेंट को कभी 10 या 20 कंप्यूटर की ज़रूरत पड़ती या कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर की ज़रूरत पड़ती तो they would have sent an indent to the information department, information technology department saying, please procure this for me. That was essentially the role of IT department long time back. But I think as information technology became all pervasive, as it started permeating into all spheres of life, all walks of governance, I think now the power of technology is being unleashed, and this truly is heralding a digital revolution which eventually should lead to a digital democracy. India is the world's largest democracy, as we all know. But India can only become first world country if and only when we will leverage, we will completely harness the power of information technology for the benefit of the people of India. Now, the reason why I say this is because our Chief Minister, Honorable Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao ji, keeps reminding us every single day. he tells us every single day that any information technology or any technology for that matter, any science for that matter, which does not have a larger societal impact, any technology which does not touch or change the life of a common man is useless and is futile. Because technology by itself cannot be smart. Technology depends on how you use it. Technology is entirely incumbent on the user and how effectively we can put it to good use in governance as well. What am I trying to say? When we started our journey about 3.5 years ago, as the youngest state in India, the state of Telangana, when I assumed office as Information Technology Minister, myself and my then secretary who's sitting right in front of me, Harpreet Singh ji, we started discussing on how technology can be leveraged for the benefit of common man. One of the things we said, let's not try and boil the ocean, क्योंकि एक ही साथ सारा change, एक ही साथ सारा मतलब जो आप बदलना चाहते हो, दुनिया बदलना चाहते हो, देश बदलना चाहते हो, राज बदलना चाहते हो, हर चीज बदलना चाहते हो, ओवरनाइट नहीं होता, उसके लिए वक्त लगता है. तो हमने सोचा कि एक के बाद एक, let's try and identify pain points from the citizen's perspective, and let's try and bring about change in various domains within government. One of the initial things we started thinking about, one of the initial pain points we realized was in the transport department. When an ordinary citizen today, somebody who has a motorbike or a car, when they commute, when they travel on the streets of our cities, on the streets of our states, they get stopped every so often. The police department will stop them, will check for a couple of things. They'll be asked for their registration card. They'll be asked for their insurance of the vehicle, and also, of course, the driver's license. In the rat race that we all seem to be indulging in our day-to-day lives, and in the kind of busy lives we lead today, very often it so happens that you end up forgetting one of the three papers. और बहुत बार पेनल्टी पे करना पड़ता है, ये सब कुछ तो आपको पता ही है. तो हमने सोचा, आज की ज़माने में जैसे अभी हमारे मिनिस्टर साहब ने कहा, चौधरी साहब ने, जहां इंडिया में 100 करोड़ से ज़्यादा मोबाइल फ़ोन हैं, जिसमें से 40% से ज़्यादा स्मार्टफोन्स हैं. स्मार्ट टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करके हम इसका क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या फ़ायदा पहुंचा सकते हैं सिटीजन को. तो हमने ये प्रयास किया. हमने एक छोटा सा स्टार्टअप जो हैदराबाद का था उनको बुलाया, बताया कि ये पेन पॉइंट है, आप इसका एक सोल्यूशन निकालो. तो उन्होंने एक सोल्यूशन हमें पेश किया. उन्होंने एक डिजिटल वॉलेट डेवलप किया, हमारे सामने रखा, बोला कि ये तीनों पेपर जो हैं, रजिस्ट्रेशन कार्ड, इंश्योरेंस और ड्राइवर्स लाइसेंस, इन तीनों को भी आप डिजिटल फॉर्मेट में आप वॉलेट में स्टोर कर सकते हैं. और इसको अगर पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट और ट्रांसपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट स्कैन करेगी और इसका वेरासिटी अगर वेरीफाई कर लेंगी, ऑथेंटिसिटी, तो आसानी से काम हो जाएगा. तो जब हमने ये प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया, इसको हम RTAM वॉलेट कहते हैं, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज मोबाइल वॉलेट इसको हम कहते हैं, 3 महीने के अंदर 1.3 मिलियन डाउनलोड्स. इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डाउनलोडेड प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट फ्रॉम द ऐप स्टोर. 3 महीने के अंदर केवल हैदराबाद सिटी में 1.3 मिलियन डाउनलोड्स हुए. मैं कहना ये चाह रहा हूं कि अगर कोई टेक्नोलॉजी लोगों को पसंद आती है, उनके निजी जिंदगी में, निजी जीवन में, डे टू डे रूटीन में उनको अगर राहत देती है, तो एक्सेप्टेंस लेवल किस तरह हो सकती है, ये बात बताने के लिए मैं आपको RTAM वॉलेट का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं. ऐसे ही अगर टेक्नोलॉजी को हर पेन पॉइंट जो आज हमारे इंडियन सिटीजन्स का डे टू डे लाइफ में उनको पेन पॉइंट गवर्नमेंट से डील करने में हमेशा फेस करना पड़ता है, अगर if we are able to come out with solutions, then I think we would have achieved and we would have accomplished the true definition of e-governance. E-governance, most people call it electronic governance. In my opinion, only if you're able to make it easy, only if you're able to make it efficient, only if you're able to make effective use of technologies to provide effective governance to people. E-governance can also stand for easy governance, efficient governance, and effective governance. And only when people accept it from their perspective कि हाँ मुझे फायदा होती है, फायदा पहुंचती है टेक्नोलॉजी की वजह से, तब जाके आपको ई गवर्नेंस का सही डेफिनेशन आपको मिलेगा. The point I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, is in my state, the state of Telangana, we have focused and we have leveraged technologies very aggressively and very extensively. We have more than 4,500 what we call as Me Seva centers. Me in Telugu stands for your, आपका, आपकी सेवा में. Me Seva Center आज 4,500 centers तेलंगाना के 31 जिलों में 31 districts में आज हैं. And I'm very proud to share with you, we have recently crossed, in the last 7 years after launching Me Seva, we have recently crossed 10 crore transactions through Me Seva. And in fact, we are the state with the highest load in terms of number of transactions we handle on a daily basis. We handle nearly 1.5 lakh transactions on a day-to-day basis. This makes us the state with the maximum number of transactions, especially on the G2C and C2G, government to citizen and the citizen to government interface. Now, in fact, we are launching the 2.0 version of Me Seva, of which, of course, e-governance and mobile governance also will be an integral part. Mobile governance because, as was pointed out by the Honorable Minister, Mr. C.R. Chaudhary, we are a country which is literally leapfrogged from having no phone, no landline connection, to now having more than 100 crore mobile phones in the hands of common man. If we are able to leverage smart technologies, and if we are able to give the solution to the people of our country by way of leveraging the powerful weapon in their hands, the mobile, we can certainly ensure the true objective of M-governance can also be achieved. In fact, tomorrow we will be launching, we'll be the second state in India to be launching the T-App Folio, a comprehensive Play Store, App Store of all of our government services, initially with about 180 services all bundled together into one app folio. Now let me also tell you about few other initiatives, a few other practical applications of what we've been able to do leveraging technologies in the state of Telangana. We are possibly one of the few states in India which has taken demonetization and the aftermath of demonetization in extremely positive light. Our Chief Minister, in fact, has guided us, has asked the IT department of Telangana to come out with a digital wallet, a digital payment solution for the people of Telangana, so that whenever they have to deal with each other or with the government or with any private merchant as well, they should be able to leverage this digital wallet. We call it the T-Wallet. And this T-Wallet, again, has been a huge success. And we've had people download this more than 250,000 times. And it is being used extensively, not only by the people in urban areas, but also by several people in the rural areas as well. T-Wallet will also be an effective and an integral part of our Me Seva 2.0 or e-governance 2.0 initiative. Let me also share with you a couple of other areas where I believe e-governance has been able to achieve exemplary results in government of Telangana. In our industries and commerce department, where typically it used to take several months to give a clearance for anybody who wanted to start an industry or a factory in the state of Telangana, after we have passed our new industrial policy called the TSI Pass in June 2015, we brought out some truly remarkable reforms. Our TSI Pass, the industrial policy which we have legislated, which we have brought out in the form of an act, has 3 salient features. Let me just quickly take a minute to explain what it is all about. TSI Pass gives a very unique privilege to an investor. If any investor who wants to start or launch his or her own operation in the state of Telangana, they do not need to speak to the government at all. They do not need to seek a clearance from the government. They can self-certify themselves as being in compliance with the law of the land and start construction of their factory or of their unit on day one without even seeking a clearance from the government. No state in India will tell you this. But Only for regulatory purposes, we seek that they submit an application online to us, because we need to understand, we need to know who's doing business in our state. When we receive that application online, we take only 15 days to process it and to give all clearances through a single window system. Now, for those of you who are wondering, we've heard this before, time-bound responses, single window systems. We've heard it from many states. How is Telangana any different? Telangana is truly different and truly remarkable, because if we do not deliver on the 15-day promise, on the 16th day, it's a deemed approval. It's an approval by default. And this is by statute. No other state in India will tell you this. And also, on the 16th day, in fact, we as a government, even the senior most bureaucrats in the government, are liable for penal action, for a penalty of rupees 1,000 per day if they are held responsible for the delay. Now, this is e-governance. In fact, for those of you who are wondering, does this work, or is this all just good talk on a piece of paper? Let me assure you, let me tell you, in the last 2 years, we've given more than 6,000 clearances. We've been able to attract more than 1,20,000 crores of investment, and we've been able to create more than 300,000 jobs in the state of Telangana in the private sector directly. Now, this is e-governance in the industries department, and this is what has truly put us on the #1 spot in India on the ease of doing business index, as ranked by World Bank and DIPP in 2016. Let me also tell you another example of effective e-governance in the state of Telangana. Drawing inspiration from TSI Pass, we said, in my other department, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, we said, why can't we implement the same logic, same philosophy when it comes to giving building permissions in municipal administration? So now, we have instituted on the 2nd of June 2017, what is called as DPMS, Development Permission Management System, in Urban Development Department in Government of Telangana. Across the 73 urban local bodies, today, we do not accept any offline applications with respect to building permissions. Every application has to be submitted online, has to be approved online also. We give our town planners 3 weeks to approve the building permission. If they have to reject it, they have to reject it in the first week. If there is any shortfall, if there is any deficiency in terms of submission of the application has to be rejected in the first week. And the building permission has to be approved within 21 days. If it is not approved in 21 days, on the 22nd day, it is a deemed approval, just as in case of the TSI Pass, the industrial approval system. Now, this is effective governance to ensure that the people do not have to be subjected to individual discretion, or are not subject to making rounds of government offices and wasting theirs and also the precious time of our government servants and of our government officers also. Not only in these two areas, in fact, in several walks of life, we have ensured and we have leveraged technology extensively. As was pointed out by Honorable Minister, even in our public distribution system in the state of Telangana, we've been able to save at least a few hundred crores. And Mr. C.V. Anand, who heads that department, the secretary of the department, is right here. I'm sure he'll be talking to you a bit more about how technology has helped us save in our public distribution system as well. In our education system, we currently have more than 3,000 schools enabled by what is called as TS class, the digital classrooms. Today we beam high quality digital content to all the government schools in Telangana, so that the children who come to our government schools get the best of lectures and they get the best of education material, high quality education material through this TS class system. We also leverage satellite technology to beam to each and every house high quality training material for those students, for those applicants who are appearing for job interviews as well. We call this TSAT. Through satellite technologies, we beam directly into each and every home of the 10 million homes in the state of Telangana and provide high quality digital content for those who are preparing for competitive examinations, so that they don't have to spend money on private tuitions or private classes. We also have leveraged technology. You know, the new technologies, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning. We screen in Telangana the eyes of our primary school students. In association, in partnership with Microsoft, we've launched this extremely unique initiative of leveraging artificial intelligence to ensure preventable blindness among young children can be taken care of. We have started screening and we are very delighted with the results so far, and going forward as well. In fact, this is going to be a huge priority for the government of Telangana. As was mentioned by Sri Pandiji, land records in Telangana after 86 years have been purified, have been updated. We have ensured that the entire revenue administration in a mission mode in about 60 days has cleansed our land records, and we are now linking it to Aadhaar so that all binamis can be pulled out and ensure, and as a state, we also will ensure that no binami transactions will happen in the state of Telangana. Let me also tell you about our effort to help our farming community, our farmers, by way of leveraging technology. Technology such as artificial intelligence can be put to effective usage, can be made accessible to farmers, producers, organizations to ensure that any pest that might affect their crop can be given a solution with a mere press of a button. All they have to do is take a picture, send it to a specific phone number, and we can send them back with a combination of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. We can give them an answer on what the pest could be and what the solution could be. Now, this is truly effective governance, truly e-governance, so that the common man, the citizen, is completely benefiting from the technologies that we speak so highly about. One another initiative of the government of Telangana, which I'm extremely pleased with. Honorable IT Secretary Sri Ajay Sani spoke about BharatNet, Government of India's ambitious effort to reach every village panchayat, to give a broadband internet connection to each and every village panchayat. Now, Government of Telangana has gone a step further, in fact, a few steps further. We launched what is called as T-Fiber. In fact, let me just give you a little bit of background of this project. Telangana is the first state in the country which started thinking about providing portable drinking water connection to each and every one of our 10 million homes. We embarked on a very ambitious program called the Telangana Drinking Water Grid. We also call it Mission Bhagirath, with $8 billion or nearly 53,000 crores of rupees. Every single house, no matter where it is, shall be connected with drinking water, portable drinking water connection. When we conceived this project about 3 years ago, we realized that we will have to trench the entire landscape of Telangana. Nearly 150,000 kilometers of new pipeline had to be laid. And when we realized that we had to trench the entire landscape, we asked ourselves, what else could we combine in the same trench? One of the things, of course, was communication cable. The other two things that could have potentially been combined, pipe gas, electricity as well. Unfortunately, due to technical constraints, we could not combine pipe gas and electricity cable, but we decided to combine both drinking water pipelines and communication cables. So Telangana, in the next 6 months, will not only be the first state in India to be giving a portable drinking water connection to each and every one of its homes, but we will also be the first state in India to be giving a 15 Mbps broadband connection to each and every one of our homes. And the institutions in a village panchayat, school, Anganwadi, or the primary healthcare center in the village, all of them will be empowered with a 1 gigabit connection at a very, very high speed. Now, we recently set up, during the World Congress IT, which happened last week here, a technology demonstration network as well, which gave the experience of what it is going to be the future in the state of Telangana. Now, imagine the power it can unleash. Imagine once you have each and every home wired with 15 Mbps connection, e-learning, education, how it can totally transform the way we leverage our teachers, our best faculty our best doctors, e-health, e-commerce, and several other opportunities that can come out of it, and e-governance mostly. The day is not far. In fact, let me just close out by saying one thing. We talked about, Honorable Minister talked about minimum government and maximum governance. What does it mean? Does it mean we cut down on the number of secretaries, additional secretaries or joint secretaries? What does minimum government and maximum governance mean? I think what it essentially means is, just to give you a personal example of mine. I've lived in the United States. I went to school. I went to business school in the United States. I've also lived there for 8 years. I only, as a citizen who was living there, as a resident, as an immigrant living there, had to visit a government office in the United States in my 8 long years of stay only once. That was to get my driver's license to the DMV office. Other than that, I've never had to interact with a government official. I think that is truly maximum governance and minimum government. Now, how can we achieve that? How do we get there? How do we get there? It's fairly simple. As long as we are able to, or we are wanting to, delegate powers, decentralize ourselves, and give people the power. I talked about T-fiber. Once you have each and every home wired, once each and every one of your dumb television sets in your drawing rooms across the state of Telangana can be converted into a smart PC, a smart personal computer. Once it is connected to 15 Mbps, it can be used as a gateway, a two-way gateway for the citizen to talk to the government, for the government to talk to the citizen as well, directly into their homes. I think then you can minimize government and maximize governance. Let me also share with you one more thought. Governance, as we said, maximum governance, is not about having a bureaucrat or a police officer or a government official every so often, for every so many kilometers. It's about ensuring the minimum infrastructure needs of the citizens are met with a great deal of alacrity, and also ensuring that governance is felt and not seen everywhere. Governance is something that should be felt by the citizens. It should not be seen or heard. It should be unobtrusive. Only when we are able to achieve that. Only when, using technologies, we are able to create a situation where institutions and institutional change is going to outclass individual discretion and individuals. Only when we build processes leveraging technologies which can outlast persons and individuals. Only then when we leverage technologies to bring about the maximum governance which can impact our citizens in the most efficient and in the most effective way, then I think we can claim to have achieved nirvana in the e-governance. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I wish you good luck for deliberations over the next 2 days.